Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just kind of sitting outside and thought, well, I haven't cut any video. Well, I have, but I mean, I haven't done the question and answers for a while, and I haven't done the Friday news for, I don't know how long it's been, a couple weeks probably. Just kind of enjoying the weather today. Man, just a perfect day. Nice and sunny, just a little bit of a breeze. And I don't know what the temperature is. Mid 70s ish, maybe high 70s. Wow, just nice. Let me see if I can turn this around for you and you kind of see it a little bit. I got my camera on the pedestal, so it's kind of hard for me to see what exactly it is you're seeing. Let me unplug the microphone. That'll probably help. Unplug the microphone so you hear a difference in the sound. There you go. There you can kind of see the palm trees swaying in the breeze. Blue skies. Yeah, nice. Nice. Very nice. What is today? February? Let me plug the microphone back in. Because it's just better than... It picks up a lot of background noise if I don't. There we go. That probably sounds better. Oh, yeah. I got a beer mug from somebody. Sent it. I'm fixing to give it a test today. I got this card also that came with it. I've had this for a while. It's just that I haven't really gotten it out. I've been busy with a lot of other stuff, and those of you on my Patreon page, you know what I'm talking about. So we've been really, really busy with some other stuff, and so I've neglected a lot of things. But anyway, it says Skip. It says, John and I really enjoy your videos. We are even renting from Chris Hurd due to your videos. Keep up the great work. If I remember Chrissy, and I'm pretty sure I do, she's the one that bought a house in DeSoto, I believe. You'll be able to find it in my video list. I don't know which list it would be. The one that shows the, I don't know how they're titled, I forget. Tours, home tours. You'll find Chrissy's house in there. I forget what model it was. Very nice home. I forget what model it was. I do remember it was on a corner lot. I do remember it had a fenced-in backyard. The village's fencing system. We're not allowed to put up fences in the villages, but if your home comes with one, then you have to maintain it. And anyway, I know she had Romaldo, if I remember right, painted her lanai. She had a spacious lanai, gorgeous furniture out there. And anyway, the house was for rent. So at the end of it, I told Chrissy I would post that phone number on there if she didn't mind, or I wouldn't if she didn't want me to. But I did because she wanted to rent the house out. And apparently, these people rented the house out. So good for you, Chrissy. And also, whoever, I don't know if I've met you or not. What was your name again? Where my memory? John and I. Okay, Miss I. I appreciate the beer mug. It says Pilsner Urquell, Urquell. Urquell, not sure. But today I'm drinking a Yuengling Light Lager. I drink a lot of different beers. I like them all. No, I don't like them all. But I'm saying of all the beers that I drink, I like Yuengling. I like Sam Adams Boston Lager. I like Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I like different Oktoberfests. I like Heineken's. I like oh my gosh, I can't think of all the names. I see it in the liquor store and I know them. Oh, I like Irish Red, I think it's called, right? Anyway, but of all the beers, and I really never paid no attention to this, I just recently, well, not recently, within the last couple of years, I just realized of all the beers that I drink and like, they all had one thing in common, regardless of their color, regardless of the flavor, regardless of how they're bottled. I always drink it in a bottle, if you ever notice. I don't like canned beer. There's something about canned beer that, I mean, I can drink canned beer, don't get me wrong. I just prefer not to. But of all the beers that I drink, the one thing I've noticed about all of them, now I drink this here's a Yin and Light, but they're all lagers, every one of them. So apparently, I like a lager beer a lot. So let me get this up here so you can see it. Let me get this poured in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think this glass is going to hold a 12-ounce bottle. Well, maybe it will. Oh gosh, oh yeah. Barely. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look, doesn't that look good on an 80-degree day down here in Florida? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let me see if I can find a question here. I haven't rehearsed. As you guys know that follows me for a while, I don't rehearse anything. I just fling it out there. You can like it, you can not like it, you can use it, you can not use it. It's all up to you. It's just all information that I have, that I know, and I just throw it out there. It's from Paul Lazinski. Apparently he's got something to do with setting things up at the village's health system, which I'm part of. My doctor retired, as I've already done this video, as you all know. And so they've been trying to get a hold of me, I guess. And they've been sending me emails, but I've been emailing them back. So, but apparently they're just persistent that they have to talk to you on the phone, which I don't understand. But this just goes to prove, this proves that I'm right. I've said that we don't really have to do the things that they say we need to do. Now they say, you have to talk to me, you have to talk to me. I need you to call me, you have to call me. And I've always said, I don't have to call anybody. I mean, I pay for the insurance, and this is what they're supposed to do. So now, I haven't talked to anybody, I haven't called anybody. And it says here, I'm gonna read it to you. I think it's funny. My staff has attempted to reach you this week, but haven't been successful. We went ahead and scheduled you for labs and an appointment with Dr. Kaplan. This info was left on your voicemail and is also available on your portal. That's another thing I hardly ever do. I hardly ever go to a portal. You want to know why? I keep forgetting my password. You're going to say, well, how do you forget your password? Because I'm not allowed to pick my password. They pick it, and they assign it to you. And it's something goofy, you know, like it'll say like F Smith 17-000G4013. I don't remember all this stuff. And I know I can make a note of it, but I just don't. I just think it's their system, it's a goofy system, and I just don't want to do it. So anyway, I guess I've got an appointment with Dr. Kaplan. That's the doctor I wanted to go to start with. And then I got another appointment a week after. The first appointment is for labs. And then I got another appointment June the 7th, probably to give me the results of the lab and to introduce himself as my new doctor and to talk to me and ask me a bunch of silly questions that I also think is stupid because they have my file from the other doctor. It's on the computer, it's there, so I don't see any reason why they need to ask me these same questions over and over again when it's in the file. Only thing he really needs to ask me is, do I have anything new to report? That's really all he should really be asking me. So anyway, I got that out of the way. Even though I've done nothing, I got that out of the way. I keep getting emails from this nomadic group. I'll just give you a real quick thing. This nomadic group is people that I've contacted a long time ago. Possibly, it all depends on how everything goes. And those of you on my Patreon page, you know what I'm talking about. Sue and I have contemplated maybe, and right now it's just a big maybe, of buying a motorhome. And those of you that don't know what a motorhome is, it's basically a large kind of house, camper, on wheels and a motor. There's no trailer or nothing like that. It's a motor home. And we contemplated on getting one and using it and travel. Being gone 4 or 5 weeks at a time and just, willy-nilly. I don't plan much of a trip. You guys know that. I've already done a couple of what I call, just mosey trips. Just mosey wherever, see whatever. And I thought about getting a motorhome. I had a couple of them years ago, and I always thought that was the best way to travel. Stop when you want, have a cup of coffee when you want, take a break when you want. It was just kind of neat. The only problem with the newer motorhomes, I'm talking about getting a Class A. Class A is a larger one. Is you really need to carry or tow behind you what they call a toad, and that's basically a little car. So when you get somewhere, you park the camper, and if you go to a campground or whatever, or you may boondock it, whatever. But if you want to go to town, if you want to go to a state park, if you want to go see something, you really kind of need a car to get around. I suppose nowadays you could probably Uber, but if you're out in the middle of the desert boondocking it and you want to go somewhere, it's kind of hard to call an Uber, you know what I mean? So, all this is I'm weighing back and forth. A camper and a tote and, all the equipment you're going to need to carry that, tow that car, that thing that you hook up behind your camper and then hook it to the car and have the electric hookup so you have taillights and all that. Believe it or not, that's about a $3,500 investment to get that done. And that's not including the price of the car. That's just the hookup stuff. I don't know. Or just buy maybe a newer car and just rent hotel rooms. I don't know. I'm just kind of weighing the issues. But I thought, well, if I do buy this camper, I'm taking everybody with me. We're going to start a whole new blogging thing, of camping and letting you see our experiences and the goods and the bads and all that stuff. So anyway, it's just something we're thinking of doing. I don't know yet. Questions. I gotta get to my questions. Let me shut this thing off. Okay, I found the main question. I get a lot of questions, and like I said, I don't know all the answers to everything here. It's like living in any town in the United States, any living town in the United States, that the politics in that town can be confusing. Where the money goes in that town can be confusing. How that money is distributed can be confusing. Where does that money come from to get something done in that town? Like who builds your bridges? Where's that money come from? Who all the stuff. It can be confusing. It's no different here. It's the same thing. The only difference is the villages is divided up into districts. And I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it again because it deserves repeating, and I'll be repeating it probably many, many times again. Get a copy of your district rules of wherever you intend to buy. They're available on the internet, www.thevillages.net. Off to the left, there's things to click on, and I don't remember exactly which one it is, but one of those things you're going to click on will have districts, I think 1 through 12 on there. And you can click on that, and it brings up all the district rules for that district. And you can print them off, read them, just know them. And in those district rules, we'll explain a lot of different things. Also here, they have free classes for village residents, and I think it's even open to anybody that might be considering buying in the villages. You can go to these free classes, and it answers all them kind of questions. It has a lot of the government officials here. Some of the villages officials will be at those classes, and they can answer those questions exactly and tell you exactly what's going on. I can't do that because I am not on the inside looking out. when it comes to that kind of thing. I just know the gist of how things are done. Okay, now we get that out of the way. It says here, this is from Paul Bruger. It says, you may have mentioned this in previous videos, but I haven't seen every video and don't really know how to search it by topic. That's because I don't list them by topic. Well, I kind of do, kind of don't. I have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different video lists, and it'll say like home tour, golf cart rides. That's the way I do it. I don't do it really by date all that much, except the news. Sometimes on the news I'll put a date on there, so you kind of get idea where the newer news is. It says the villages. It says but here's my question: if the Villages of Hillsborough sign needs to be repainted, the shingles blow off a gazebo at the Hillsborough pool. I'm watching a lizard out here. They're fighting for territory. It's springtime here, so mating, egg laying, all that kind of thing going on. If the pickleball courts at Manatee gets cracks in them and need to be resurfaced, who pays for this? Your amenities fees pays for that. These are all amenities that you're talking about. Even the sign out front, that's amenities. Now, right now, my amenities are like $144 a month, I think. They've been going up here recently. They usually do about the first of the year. So it might be a little more than $144 now. Maybe $147 or something. I don't know. But anyway, so $145-ish is what I'm paying. And I think I read somewhere in a newspaper, whatever, there's a certain portion of that that's earmarked for things like maintenance. And I want to say it's something like $15 a month per household of the amenity fees. Don't quote me on that. Something like that. And then each district, like I'm in District 10, so all of our amenity fees are collected in District 10. And so we have a district board of supervisors that we elect. Whatever district you buy in, you're going to be electing your district supervisors. And those supervisors, as if you've been reading anything in the village's news or whatever, when you have a sinkhole in your neighborhood, some of those amenity fees may go toward fixing that sinkhole. If it's on your own private property, of course not, but you know what I mean, if it's in a roadway or if you have a retention pond that gets drained because of a sinkhole, they may have to fix the sinkhole and then maybe fill the pond back up with water or whatever. I think a lot of your amenity fees goes to repairing that. And we're talking, that could be literally hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix a sinkhole. So, yeah, your amenity fees takes care of that. It takes care of all the maintenance. It takes care of making sure that the pool water is good, making sure the pools get cleaned on a regular basis. What else is it that they do? Painting. Sometimes they go into these rec centers and they have to repaint things. Amenity fees is for that. Furniture that goes inside some of the rec centers, amenity fees pays for that. There's just a lot of stuff like that. So yeah, your amenity fees pretty much takes care of all of that. Did you get an assessment fee attached onto your normal CDD fee? How about if someone breaks one of the gate poles? Well, that's an interesting thing, because I worked for the VCDD and I was a guard at one of the shacks, well, several shacks actually, for a long while. I finally give it up. But the way that works is, if you ever come into any of the gates, there's cameras everywhere, and they've changed them all to digital cameras. They're very good. There's a camera facing you when you come in on either side. Resident side, visitor side, makes no difference. It gets a picture of the front of your car and you, the driver of the car. And it also gets a picture in the back of the car, your license plate number. That's why the guard comes out with a stop sign, basically, and tries to get you to stop for that 1 second. That's all he's wanting to get you to stop for, just that second, get a clear picture of that license plate number. That's basically what that's about. If you hit that gate, they got your number and everything. And the villages and the CDD, well, VCDD department works hand in hand with the Sumter County Sheriff's Department. In the community development building up there, where all the drivers and all the gate guard people report in to work, and get maybe some training, maybe pick up some new uniforms, or you may be working back there in the back in dispatch, or you may be working in the I don't know what you really call it, but it's a room where there's like 50 TV screens on the wall. And whenever you go to an area where there is no live guard there and you have to poke the red button to open the gate, that's what that guy does up there in that office. I've done that too. You're supposed to say something simple like, "Welcome to the Villages," and then you open the gate. I assume they still do that. I don't really know. But yeah, the sheriff's got an office right there in the back. And if there's anything going on, he'll go back there in that back office and he'll go through all the tapes and he'll look for license plate numbers and he'll run a check on them and get a name and an address and all that stuff. It's all right there. Also over at Pine Hills in that one rec center there, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's right there by Okeechobee and Escambia Executive Golf Course. There's a rec center there. I'm sure one of my subscribers will post it down below, the name of that rec center. I want to say Moyer maybe, but I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a, I believe there's a police station in there for not only Sumter County, because their police station has closed down, I think, because of a fire. And then there's also, they're sharing an office, I believe, with Lake County Police Department, which part of the Villages is in Lake County. And so, yeah, we work hand in hand with the police departments on a lot of that stuff. So if you come in, you hit a pole, you knock it off, and you take off and, you know, like you're not going to take care of it, it's a $250 fine. They will get your license plate number, they will find you, and they will send you a bill, and you will pay it. Or they have ways of collecting it. They have a legal department here. They may attach it to your property taxes. There's all kinds of things that they can do, and they will do. But when I worked there, it was a $250 to replace that pole, because they don't have to just replace the pole. There's plastic gears inside that box, and if you hit the pole, they have to replace all them plastic gears. I don't know why. I think they just to make sure that everything's okay. I don't know. So yeah, they got cameras there to get you if you hit the pole and break it. Okay, Mr. Bruger, I think I got everything. He says, "Is that paid by the individual caught on camera?" Yeah, I think I already told you that. And it won't make any difference. I know this happened a couple of times. Your grandchildren come down. They want to borrow Grandma and Grandpa's car. They go out and they accidentally run into a pole and they break it off. Camera takes a picture of that license plate. They send a bill to Grandma and Grandpa. The kids already went back home, right? They don't know anything about it. They argue about it. "Well, I didn't do it," you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, they got your number. You're responsible for your grandchildren when they come down here. It'll always come back to you. If you let your grandkids have a golf cart and willy-nilly just tell them to go play, which you shouldn't do that. I mean, it's just dangerous here to do that. They're not used to the Villages. They don't know anything about golf cart trails here and the rules and regulations and all that. And I don't care if they're 12 years old. Well, what do you got to be legally? No, legally you got to be 14 years old to operate a golf cart. Somebody with some knowledge should be with them at all times anyway. Because, let's face it, 14 years old. I was 14 once. Give me a motorized vehicle and I don't have no adult supervision, I could get in trouble. I'm sure the kids hasn't changed that much. So, just saying.
See you on the other side.